Alright everyone, hope you are well. In this video, we are going to go over the session times. We are going to look at what needs to happen in each and every session, and we are going to look at when to take a trade, how to take a trade, and where to exit a trade. So with further ado, let's get straight to the video. Okay, so in this video, we are going to learn about the sessions. We are going to wait for an order block confirmation, and we are going to wait for break of structure, market structure shift confirmation. So let's say, for example, how we are going to do this. When we have our Asia session right over here, London is starting. So when London starts, we want to mark out the highs of Asia and we want to mark out the lows of Asia. Now, there's a few things we are going to look for. Ideally, we want some sort of sweep. For example, what needs to happen is when we are in London, we either want a sweep to the upside or a sweep to the downside. And then we want a break of structure right over here. And then we want to continue down. If we first get a sweep on the low side of Asia, then ideally we want to go up and wait for a break of structure. Now, the same is for New York. We are going to mark out the highs of London, we're going to mark out the lows of London, and then we are going to wait for the same type of formation. And that's how we are going to look at this trades right over here. So Asia highs and lows, London highs and lows, and New York. So you will see some of the days you are going to get a trade in London. Some of the days you're going to get a trade in New York. Some of the days you're not going to get a trade in London, but in New York. Some days you're going to get a trade in London, but not in New York. So this is why we are looking at all the sessions. Now, what we also wait for is when we enter some sort of order block. So let's say, for example, the order block is from the previous day, for example, right over here. Price hasn't tapped into this order block. We got the liquidity sweep in New York, for example. We tap the order block, and then we are going to wait for that break of structure. And then we are going to enter our trades and put our stop loss above the most recent highs or lows. And then we are going to target the obvious next level of liquidity. And we will go through how to exit and enter your trades in the video. So this is the strategy, really straightforward. So these are the times. Asia, I mark it out from 9 o'clock p.m. in the evening until 2 a.m. London is 2 a.m. till 8 a.m. New York is 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. And during the New York, we have our 9:30 New York time market open as well. So let's jump to the charts and let's look at some examples. All right, so let's have a look. We have Asia from 9 till 2. We have London from 2 till 8. And we have New York from 8 till 4 o'clock. All right, so let's mark out. Let's just wait for London to start. There we go. So now let's mark out our Asia highs right over here. And our Asia lows right over here. So as you can see, there's nice order blocks resting down here. So ideally, we want liquidity to be swept first before we enter from an order block. So let's play price forward, see what happens. We are pushing to the upside. So we are clearly above the Asia highs. Now New York is going to start. So London has started. So now again, let's mark out our London highs and our London lows right over here. So what do we have? We have order blocks resting right over here. So let's play price forward. Order block created. We took out London lows, but we ideally want an order block to show with liquidity sweep. So the only order block that I'm seeing currently that's actually beneath a liquidity, this Asia low, is this one right over here, the bottom order block, and the bearish order block right over here. So let's quickly see. So we smashed through that one. Remember, we are going to wait for a confirmation before we enter. We're not going to just enter blindly. So let's play price forward. There we're pushing down. Let's just extend this line right over here. There we go. So as you can see, this order block that was created right over here, we tapped into this order block. The only thing that we need to wait for, we need for a break of structure to happen. This high right over here. So now we just need to play price forward. There's a new high created right over there. We're still pushing down. This high is literally at this one here. As you can see, we pushed down to this order block actually. So not that one anymore. We pushed through. So this is a nice confirmation. Why? Because do you see this high that has been created here? We have a bunch of confluences. We have a low that has been swept right over here. We tapped into an order block on the 50% line of this order block. This is our most recent high. Let me just extend this to there. So now you can see this is our most recent high. We had a candle closure above it. So that means we can confirm our break of structure. So what we can do, we can enter our trade. We can put our stops below this low right over here. And we can target either the next highs right over here. That's a 1-to-1. Or you can target the next level of liquidity and points of interest, and this will be these order blocks right over here. So let's target those order blocks there and let's see what happens. And as you can see, this trade played out perfectly. So let's go to one more example. All right, so let's quickly take a break from the charts. You probably wondered what indicator I was using or am using in this video. It's the Traders View Order Block and Fair Value Gap Indicator. It is not buy indicators. It's an invite script only. So what you need to do to get this indicator for free, you need to join our Telegram group. All the steps is going to be listed right over there on how to get this indicator for free. As well, we have a New York session where we trade most New York days as well. So all the steps will be linked in the Telegram group on how to join the New York session and how to get this indicator for absolutely free. So I hope that makes sense. Nice and easy. Let's get back to the video. All right, so let's have a look here. We have our Asia lows right over here, and we have our Asia highs right over here. Let's see what happens in London. Where's the order blocks? Here's the valid order block below the liquidity. We had a London sweep from Asia right over there. Big push down, beautiful. There we go. We took this liquidity. We are inside of this order block. We had a break of structure right over there. So now let's enter a trade. Stops below this low. We can target the next level, and that's a 1.7 risk to reward trade. Let's see how it plays out. And as you can see, we got stopped out on this one right over here. Let's see if we get a better break of structure. There we go. That one right over there. Stops below this low or this low. And let's target the next level of liquidity or point of interest. The highs are still intact right over there. Let's play price forward. And as you can see, immediately New York opened at 9:30 and we pushed straight through, breaking this liquidity. And then here you can see how this order block got respected because we waited for the break of structure. So there was one losing trade. So let's see what happened actually right over here. We swept these lows inside of the order block as well. We had a nice break of structure right over there with this candle closure. So you can enter right over there. You can put your stops there. And that's how you got your entry. And then you targeted either the order block or the next obvious level of liquidity right over there. As you can see, there's that London high. And it got taken out perfectly right over there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go leave a like and subscribe, and then we'll see you in the next one.